In this video, we're going to have a look at the installation of Microsoft SQL. This demonstration will show you the settings required to run Sage 200 Professional, but it is not meant to replace the guidance of your local IT or SQL consultant. Any questions you may have around the setup of Microsoft SQL should be directed to the network administrator or IT consultant who are responsible for your location. Now that we've cleared that up, let's get started. This video is for demonstration purposes only. You don't need to follow these steps in the virtual machine used for this training. Once you have downloaded and run the SQL installer file, click on Custom and then Install. Momentarily, you will be presented with the SQL Server Installation Center. Select Installation from the left-hand panel, then New SQL Server Standalone Installation, or Add Features to an existing installation from the right. Click through the wizard until you get to the Product Key section. Enter your product key and accept the terms and conditions, and then click on Next. On the Feature Selection step, tick the following boxes: Database Engine Services, Analysis Services. This one is only applicable if you are installing the Business Intelligence module. We aren't going to be looking at the BI module on this course, but I include it in the demonstration so that you can see all of the steps. Client Tools Connectivity and Client Tools Backward Compatibility. Now click on Next. On this screen, select Named Instance and type the name you wish to use in the available field. This is to differentiate your Sage SQL Server instance from any other programs which may have their own SQL Server instance. To move on, click Next. Make sure the service accounts are set up as on screen, and then click on the Collation tab. Check that the Database Engine and Analysis Services, if you're using BI, are set up like this. Moving on to the Database Engine Configuration step, we need to select Mixed Mode Authentication. Enter a password for the SA account, which stands for SQL Administrator. Then add the current Windows user as an SQL Administrator. We are logged in as the administrator, but you may want to give other users admin access to the SQL server. The Analysis Services configuration step is only used if you're installing BI and chose to add Analysis Services in the Features Selection step. Select Multidimensional and Data Mining mode, and then add the current user or any applicable users that need administrative permissions. On the Ready to Install step, click Install. The installer will complete the installation for you. This part can take a while. Once the completion step appears, check all the features have installed successfully, and then click on Close. That's the SQL Server installed. Now we need to install the SQL Server Management Tools, which will allow you to manage your SQL Server to perform tasks like restoring backups. This installation doesn't take as long. Click the Install SQL Server Management Tools, which will take you to the Microsoft website to download the latest version of the program. Once this is installed, you may be prompted to restart the server machine for any changes to take effect. So, we've looked at installing SQL the recommended way, but quite often you will be faced with a scenario where SQL has already been installed. Complete exercises 3.1 to 3.4 to look at how you would make changes to an already installed SQL server.